Now across the northern plain states, we're finding the colder air with the light snow again in Minot, North Dakota, 23 degrees, just behind the leading edge of this Arctic cold front. And as this cold air plunges farther south and really gets into the act with the warmer air out ahead of it, there is a possibility of more severe weather tomorrow over the Mississippi Valley. This morning already we're finding those thunderstorms developing over northern Illinois and Indiana, crossing over Chicago into Indianapolis. Even Milwaukee, Wisconsin reporting the light rain and embedded thunderstorms racing into Grand Rapids, Michigan, all moving to the east at about 30 to 35 miles per hour. Looks like it's headed for extreme western Ohio, so get ready. Flying out this morning, no delay so far for the major hubs of the tomorrow. Look at the 70s stretching all the way to the Ohio Valley. 80s maybe around Cincinnati tomorrow, including most of the Tennessee Valley. A little cooler over the northern plain states, and look how that cold air eases south and east. It's going to be drastically cooler come Friday and Saturday afternoon over the east. However, out west it will begin to warm with 50s stretching all the way to the southern Olympic Peninsula. Drying out west too as the colder clear over the southeast, thank goodness. However, we'll find some light snow showers lingering over the northeast, but clearing over the nation's midsection and out west. That's a look ahead. Stay with us. We'll check on the traveling conditions for this morning next.
Most any riding
Over the Mississippi Valley, from Missouri into Kansas and Iowa, on the heels of the southerly winds. But with those southerly winds, an upper air disturbance crossing over the Ohio Valley had thunderstorms this morning across Chicago through Indianapolis. I think that'll continue as it moves to the east of the Ohio Valley. So be prepared for slickened highways and byways here today. Light snow across the north with highs only in the 20s and 30s. But take a look at the 70s all the way to Minneapolis, Minnesota, 80s around St. Louis and Evansville, Indiana. Not too bad of a day across northern New England. The ridge of high pressure is lifting away, though, and that will allow the clouds and the rain showers to work into western New York and Pennsylvania by later today. About 1/2 of an inch to an inch of rain, or 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. Highs in the 40s, 50s around New York City and Atlantic City. But look at the southerly winds bringing the 70s all the way to Cincinnati. Southerly winds over the southeast, yeah, and it'll be warm here today. No heavy rain anywhere. Highs in the 80s. It'll be widespread from Texas all the way to Beaufort in South Carolina. Here's later this afternoon. Now notice early tomorrow morning the southerly winds flowing from the Gulf of Mexico. This little low pressure system riding along the front. Strong storms are possible tomorrow in the mid-Mississippi Valley. We'll give you more details on the progression of this storm system as we extend the outlook next.
Now, your local forecast, accurate and dependable from the Weather Channel.
Indiana this morning, including Indianapolis, as it continues to move to the east, already spreading the rain into central and west Ohio as it continues to move east again at about 20 to 25 miles per hour. So rainy travel here today over most of the Ohio Valley and some light rain showers in Southern California and Arizona. Prescott, Arizona reporting some light rain, as is Yuma, and there is a possibility of a strong storm or two as the system moves in off the southern Pacific coast. There you see a chance of thunderstorms again over the upper Mississippi Valley, and in the higher terrain you will encounter wintry travel. So if you have plans to travel today in the mountains out west, please be prepared for winter driving conditions. Very windy too. Winds may exceed 30 miles per hour. Anywhere you see the green shading on this map, stretching from Chicago, the Windy City, into the panhandles of Texas and Oklahoma. So hold on to the steering wheels today if you're traveling here. Dense fog has developed in the central portions of South Dakota, and visibility is less than 1/2. 25 after the hour, a check on the current weather scene. We'll begin with the satellite picture showing you nice weather over the east, over the southeast, from Mississippi to Alabama all the way to Georgia. A few clouds crossing over Texas and Oklahoma this morning, but these clouds are not producing any precipitation. Notice the higher, thicker, and brighter clouds crossing over the upper Mississippi Valley. Well, these, I think they mean business, with the rain and thunderstorms crossing through central Indiana, including Indianapolis and Bloomington. And rain spreading into the western and central portions of Ohio as we speak. Clearing conditions, though, right along the eastern seaboard from we'll find the rain and the snow depending on your location and or elevation. Rain, though, all up and down the California coast from Crescent City to San Francisco, Sacramento, reporting the light rain right now, even extending into San Diego, California, Yuma, Arizona, and Prescott reporting some light rain as this little upper level low. See how it's spinning in a counterclockwise fashion in Southern California into Arizona, and the next low pressure system is providing northern and central California with the light rain showers this morning. Snow, though, is what you'll find around Burley, Idaho, into Great Falls and Billings, Montana. There you see the widespread snow, as much as 3 to 6 to 12 inches of additional snow possibly in the mountains here, and even more for the Wasatch of Utah as it all moves to the east. Temperatures, okay, it's 49 in San Diego with light rain. LA reporting light rain with 4 winds and very warm air all the way to Iowa and Missouri this morning, and that extends into Texas and Louisiana as well, with temperatures here well into the 70s. That's on the west side of the cold front, but on the east side temperatures a little bit cooler, but still 60s and not too hating. Headed for Columbus, so grab the umbrellas as you head out this morning. It's all moving east at 20. No delays at the major airports of the east nor the west so far. Stay with us. We'll check on the forecast next.
Now,
with some light rain, we're even seeing the light rain this morning in Prescott. Notice this little swirl in the clouds. That's an upper level disturbance providing the rain in Southern California, but the other, as it drops down along the coast of Oregon into Northern California, that's what's bringing the light rain into Central and Northern California this morning. So be wary. Have travel plans today out west. The lower elevations, watch out for the slickened highways and byways due to the rain, but in the higher elevations, please be prepared for winter weather conditions. Here's a look at the widespread snow over most of Montana and Idaho. Even some snow breaking out in the higher elevations of Nevada, but widespread rain in California. San Diego, light rain, 49 degrees, 43 in San Francisco. Actually 45 in San Francisco, 43 around LA, all reporting the light rain. Clearing, though, in Seattle with 35 degrees. Temperatures throughout the Intermountain region, basically in the middle 30s and middle 40s around Denver and El Paso, Texas, checking in with 46 degrees. 40s, 30s, and 20s across the northern plain states, but notice the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Must be a boundary right in here, and it is the one that's separating the dissimilar air masses. Ahead of it, southerly winds, or winds out of the southwest, and pulling those warm temperatures all the way into Kansas and Oklahoma and Missouri. Notice the temperatures in Texas this morning well into the 70s. It's already 73 in here. The moisture being supplied from the Gulf of Mexico as those southerly winds prevail. We're finding those rain showers working into Kalamazoo, Michigan, and Grand Rapids. Had some light rain and thunderstorms earlier around Chicago. This is Chicago ORD. Notice most of the rain and thunderstorm activity is to the east of you, but working into Columbus, Ohio as we speak. It's moving east at about 20 miles per hour. Flying out, no delays officially for the major hubs of the east nor the west this morning. Stay with us. We'll check on the forecast next.